Ajiwa Sonda. Honorable Marshall A. Dennis.
Good evening to all. Where's Mrs. Quaye? Okay, I can wait. Good evening to all. First of all, my name is Edith Walker-Smith, and I'm very glad I could make it here tonight. I came from all the way from the Garden State, that's New Jersey, and Arthur Quaye, besides I'm standing here with close friends of Arthur Quaye, and starting from the president standing right here, I want everybody to first of all just introduce, say their names.
My name is Henry Kwlayou.
Nathaniel.
Annie Domadan.
Austin Freeman.
Martha Yowe.
Anthony Young, B. Alfonso Babu.
These are all important people standing here. Some of them couldn't be here. Besides being a close friend of Arthur Quaye, we are also family in a way, we are in-laws. Because Arthur, I think when the kids were reading, they said something about Bummy Hills. Before I read my tribute, they said something about Bummy Hills. My late sister, Elizabeth Quaye, was married to Arthur's relative. He was the labor commissioner in Bummy Hills, and he was Peter Talley. During the war, he was decapitated. He and his son, Willie. So we already are family before we met here in the States. I just want people to know that. I wrote a very personal tribute, and it's called Remembering My Body. It looks like there are many pages, but because I made the font very large, I have vision problem, just as the national president stated. I cannot see people's faces clearly because of my eye situation, my declining vision. It's the exact thing he said. So if I overlook people because I can't really make them up except they stay right in front of me. And I made the front page because I want to read them myself. It is an honor to be able to stand before you by the grace of God to pay tribute to my dear departed friend and buddy, Honorable Chairman Kwlayou Quaye. Arthur, the Honorable Governor Aloysius Talu and I were close-knit friends, supporting each other in New Jersey long before he moved to Pennsylvania with his family. We were the three amigos, sharing ideas and wearing a badge of honor with something in common as former New Jersey chapter presidents of Krayee Association in the Americas. Arthur's death is a great loss to his family and friends, as well as the community. May God give us the strength to cope. He was a hard-working man and a good provider. Arthur served his district and county very well. He was indeed one of a kind. His strong voice in defense of his people will never be forgotten. I remember a few years ago, we worked together as members of the Conembo Statutory District's Board of Advisors. And as its chair, Arthur was in charge of a situation to keep our district's organization afloat to prevent a moral decline due to a disastrous financial impropriety. And he worked very hard, tirelessly, to recoup our finances and restore our dignity. I also remember him as a jovial man. Arthur, his good friend and brother, former chairman of KSDAA's Board of Advisors, Honorable Al Yombia Bole, and myself shared many light-hearted laughter, as well as some important discussions in the interest of our organization. When we served, it became apparent when paths were crossed, Arthur would seek out my support, and he got it. As I recall, at times his words to me were, "Edith, we cannot stand by and let certain things happen. We have to stand strong to promote the integrity of this organization." Although Arthur and I did not always agree on issues, especially when we were on different sides of the political spectrum, however, we listened and respected each other's views. And at the end of the day, we remain best friends, and that is uncommon. I also remember he sacrificed not only for his district, but for his county, Krayee County as a whole. Honorable Chairman Quaye was a member of a powerful 6-man delegation, I say man in a universal sense, to the United States Capitol to meet with the head of the Liberian desk, as well as other officials of the Human Rights Bureau. And in addition, we visited former Representative Patrick J. Kennedy's office, to name a few. The visit was led by our late National President of GGAA, Honorable Dr. D. Abugasha Carr. The delegation comprised of Honorable Ambassador Harold Tarr, Honorable Samson Dion, Honorable Madam Sharon Brown, and your humble servant. The purpose of the visit was to speak about the brutality and ethnic cleansing of our people, the Crown people, by Charles Taylor's regime, and to appeal for a resetting of their lives. I remember prior to that, in the heat of the Civil War, when bullets were flying in Monrovia and Grenadians were trapped at the Barclay Trinity Center barracks, Chairman Quaye, along with former National GGAA Vice President, Honorable Samuel Talley, who's right here to my right, my far right, were on a two-man visit advance team who volunteered to travel through Sierra Leone to Liberia at a very scary time. The purpose was to assist with the distribution of rice and assess our fighting people's situation. The consignment of rice was purchased through a fundraiser by the Grenadians under the leadership of former National President Honorable Joseph Jibo. This is to emphasize how brave Honorable Quaye was and willing to sacrifice his life for his people. I remember when Arthur got back, but for the grace of God, he proudly told me stories about the bravery of our people and how they were undefeated, being attacked in the barracks, and their resilience. I listened to him keenly talking about the risk and how they proudly show strength, echoing battle praise songs with our late great singer, Mr. Paul Garley, at a house on the Capitol bypass when they could hear sounds of gunfire. I learned that when they arrived at Springfield, which former Vice President Samuel Talley can attest to, there was a scarcity of vehicles in Monrovia. So Arthur and Sam walked from the airfield to the barracks on United Nations Drive with their luggage carried in a wheelbarrow. They could have easily been killed for the love of our people. I am stating these things so that as human beings, we find it in our hearts to show appreciation by honoring and remembering people on the sacrifices and commitments that they make. And it will be an injustice not to mention some of these things that Arthur has done. More importantly, honors and recognition should not be thrown around lightly and cheaply, but be respected and given based on merits. Arthur served in many capacities, including chairman of the National Board of Directors, GGAA, National President, KSDAA, to name more. Honorable Arthur Kwlayou Quaye, son of the soil of Grand Jita County, was not perfect, as we all are not. However, he is worthy to be praised and honored. He did well by his people and shared his talents with us. He was smart, highly educated, and a no-nonsense strong man that we could depend on. He was a fighter. He had spunk. And that fighting spirit was demonstrated when in his last days, when he called me from his hospital room, reaching out to inquire about other life-saving resources. Shortly before he stopped talking, I found myself on the phone trying to make inquiry, but it was too late, as he and his family had tried everything in their power to save his life. And finally, all else was in the hands of God, our Maker. May the soul of my dear friend and buddy, a hero, a fellow Grenadian, rest in perfect peace and let perpetual shine upon him. And may God bestow blessings upon his beloved widow and children, as well as his entire family and friends. We will always remember Arthur. Farewell. You did good, buddy. Thank you very much. Now, the President.
Bonumu, Bonumu, also know better. The one no one came from when we went to Des Moines. Convention for Mr. Kwlayou. So we all went in our various hotel room. When I went to look that morning, I thought him knocking on my door, boom, boom, boom. Zia, Zia. So I thought something happened, you know. I opened it, I said, well, who's that? I know I made no dead, but who's banging on my door like that? I opened the door, I was out. Zia, them let go in here. Born no more. So I want to say, Ferry, I think you spoil your husband. He can't stay money hunger. He couldn't stay money hunger. So he was saying, born no more. So I said, well, I thought that's a what? I thought one young, but one now. He mean, yeah, they grow and no demo in your own way. I just wanted to share the phone.
Again, my name is Henry Kwlayou, former president of the Graduate Association in the Americas. Arthur was a friend, a comrade militant, a brave, courageous man. Arthur was one of the men I ever seen on earth that would look in the eyes of a friend and tell him what you want to hear. Our friendship transcended beyond Graduate Association. Arthur encouraged me to contest the presidency of the Graduate Association. Arthur is a friend that do not waver. When he stand with you, he stand with you. When I have my experience, when I was sick with stroke, lying in a dying bed, crying, Arthur called me and told me, Kwlayou, you are a man. When you will die, you should die. Don't leave news. Don't cry to people. When death ready is ready. When Arthur took sick, he said, Arthur, I want to come and see you. He said, no. Don't come. I want you to remember me as we were walking the streets of the United States, running campaign from Des Moines, Iowa, Fargo, North Dakota, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Providence, Rhode Island, New Jersey, Woodland Avenue, and so on. And after we were sick, I called him, I said, my man, what's going on? He said, are you brave? I said, yeah, I told my man, I'm brave. He said, things are happening to me. I may not see you again. Be brave. And it was difficult to come to Arthur funeral during COVID-19. Cry with him. I know the pain he went through. I share his pain. Arthur is a respectable gentleman. Arthur is a man that all of us that interacted with him will miss him so dearly. Arthur is one of my friends that I respected so dearly. You will tell Henry Kwlayou how you feel. Even when I was president, he was treating me like a son. But we are colleagues. We are the same age group. When I dressed Arthur called me and said, you represented Brown Gita, you're not representing yourself. Let me see the side you got on. Yeah. Let me see the shirt you wear. Okay, Mark, you can go. You are representing Grand Jira, you're not representing the Glay family or the Tucson people. So be Grand Jira, do not be a Tucson man or a Bobo man. And that was actual advice to me. And I know I talked to you, you know, and I never read a song. You talk very well of a song, you write well, you know. I told you one day, I said, you saw that write well. Let him write me a letter, say, let me see. And we start laughing. You know, the young man is a decent man, the father thought that would do well. And I know, and the other girl, I know it's your big down, your chair, we are there problem. But all is well. Yeah, so all is well. Yeah, I know. But I want you to know you have a number. After a die around, you can call me all the time. You're still my friend, regardless. You're not with us today. You're still my friend. And I want to talk to President for a moment. Let us all together. Let us share information. Let us share information. All of us can go on the internet. If you hear something about Granjide, call your friend, whether pastor or Nakite, let me share. Nobody knows who can answer to such things. But we have spent more time here tonight, and I don't want to talk. I know before I leave tomorrow, I will meet my girls, and we will talk before I leave. Then we will take pictures together so they will remember when I call, they will say, oh yeah, that man also picture. Yeah, they are big now, they can remember. I know our older president is here. So back home, they said the young people can clean the road before the old people walk. Since I finished talking, the oldest president. Yeah, after it's a double chairman for Kunabo District, chairman for Branch Association, and now, you know, so I'm passing the mic over to Honorable Jila Nyaru.
Thank you. Yeah. It's so sad for you, the children, as well as your mom, for me to stand here for Kwlayou Quaye. And I come a long way. Something was said here this evening, and that's how much I knew Kwlayou was that time. I hope Senator will have the opportunity to pick up this mic this evening and say what he has on his mind. But when it comes to Granjide, I was Kwlayou Quaye. And when I was president, and most of his meetings were running Kwlayou Quaye house. For Senator and Kwlayou Quaye that night, it's so shocking when we're in the meeting. I said, okay, so we have all the money now. Who's going to go to Granjide? They were not feeding grand people at the time. I said, who's going to go over there and deliver the rice? The whole living room was quiet. Nobody was there. We found
But the president couldn't go.
a bunch of chicken. What's on there? And I said, I'm going to repeat this. Who's going to deliver the rice to the grand people in the barracks? Somebody put his hand out. Kwlayou Quaye also raised his hand. Okay. And another thing I told them was, okay, we'll pay you where to go, but when you want to sit down there, then stay there. Because we're not paying you where to come at. They say, yeah, we'll do it. And this is how much I knew Kwlayou Quaye. There's nothing I can really explain about Ato. What are the plans we made? Right when you on the shuffling highway, you pass by my house and you go up the hill to Ato place. We had all of these plans. That year when I left him, it was March. We were supposed to travel together. So I said, Ato, it seemed like you're not ready. He said, no, I have to go to the hospital. So I said, okay, let me go ahead. When you're ready, then you can come. Only to hear that Ato passed is so sad. And you know, putting money in the plate and things like that, it doesn't count. You can put 1,000, 200,000, 500,000 in a plate, give it to the children. After 1 year, that money will run out. And Philly, you and the children, all we can say, we'll pray for you, and now man, happy. Let us beg. Sometimes I talk to my son, I said, you see your mom and myself was sitting down behind you, eating all of it. Sooner or later, one of us will start dropping. The second one will fall. Then you're on your own. Yeah, that's okay. Let me go first. The next thing, when I sit down there, somebody got to drop. And at the end of the day, you have to make a decision. And that's how life is. You see all the people that sit now, they were so young. You see their faces, pretty women and men. But look at things start changing, ugly faces start setting in. And that's how the age can be creeping on all of us. The young group that are coming in, you will one day go to. So, we're here tonight celebrating Ato. When I think of your father, I said, damn, but my time is right around the corner. I got ready to go. And so, there's nothing really I can do. And I came from home. I said, look, I don't even have the feeling. What would I say to Ato's children? The better I said, my wife would say, let's find time to you go see Philly. I said, well, what would say to this guy just for me to cry? But then leave it at that. And so, don't take heart, Kwlayou. Take care of your sister and your mom. I know you have 2 mothers now. The cookie. You the cooler, I don't know. No more other people that behind you there. Now again, they come. You the other. They take care of these 3, 4 people. Well, other man, she probably will take care of them. And let us take heart. Sorry, I came here a little bit late. You know when you have people anything on GPS? Serious problem. You know why I started coming to this place this evening? The thing will bring me right here, then it go off. I said, oh, but when what kind of business is it? Then when I look on this side, there are more. I see all of these things. I said, but why going whatever? They are pick up again. About 5 times I drove here. I went right out to the 7-Eleven store. I went and said, oh, it's in that mall. I said, And so, you let take heart and wait for our time. Our time, the mark to submit from one of the former vice president of Grand Jury Association. One thing I noticed about Grand people, the people that serve you in the back, you will wait till they die, then you start saying all these nice things. But when no, they were not dancing me. Now instead of give credit to Sammy Tale and Kwlayou Quaye, they will not do it. When Sammy Tale died, then when you start talking about him, Sammy Tale was cool. You didn't say nothing positive about Kwlayou Quaye. He's there now. Now you have all these nice things to say. But for me, I leave from here, I leave my food with God. Thank you.
Hello? Hello? I will speak Crown a little bit, then I will come back to the news. Kwlayou. Kwlayou. People got a million. Kwlayou. Mom, your pronoun, your video, your Ruan, come on, boy. Y'all know, pretty a people. I thought, oh, play there. Apa bingung dah kamu ni, apa hem pokok dia kurang macam ni, yang ni nuah, amu hem pokok dia kurang macam. But you know, it's just sad, very sad. I told him to like you. He called me and tell what we just said ministry. You got another friend that do what we just said ministry. You were the director or the president coordinator. Because every man came from Kwlayou Hill. So when you enter my room there, when you call, I will go there. Say that, my man, I come into the ministry that you're director there. Now my student will see us do it. I will talk to you, okay, promotion, I don't know. I got promoted already. As president coordinator for all the presidents in Liberia, that promotion. So, okay. I thought call me, and when he now talking, he said, my man, my project I carry on in Liberia. I don't know what I'll finish it. So, I don't know who called me Nigeria. Somebody called me and said, I don't pass away. So I called Edmund I said, you know our friend, he said he passed away. You know, they're talking about Arthur and Samuel Tale went to Liberia. Places that we passed. We passed through London. We got to London. Arthur called Nathaniel at the airport. She had me to talk. And I called 8 of my family because I know Samuel is son. Family myself talk. They will enter Freetown. As a guy say you're not going, you're away from this school. They only have a different plan. We enter Monrovia. Sorry. The Echo, they came to the barrier. Arthur, myself, Thomas here was sitting down. The man said, there's 2 guys from America that are here. They said they want to play cool, so you got me to Labrador. So very point, General Ryan said, if I don't want for Soya to enter Monrovia, I'm not going to call anybody from America. The 2 boys you see, they're sitting here, they brought rice. Because the Dix, Reverend Dix said, no, Reverend Dix, why would they want to distribute rice? They developed Monrovia. Central Monrovia, Apunawo district. They play what Mogari was singing about Apunawo district. Then when you go down, Abazon district. When you come inside Achien district, they had to divide the whole city. So they say that they will not give them food. So that I will send 500 bacon rice from Freetown to enter. That's the man. I thought it's brave. We were walking from the Springfield. Who remember you know Springfield?
Yeah.
From Springfield to the barrier, we walk. No car. We were walking. I had a suitcase in the wheelbarrow. I don't want the cheaper. That girl making said, no, Kanye, you bring that tea, I won't buy it. So I was saying, you stupid. Yeah. So you stupid. You see who walking and then they say you want to buy out. You know where we're coming from? So we walk to the barrier. When Philip Quaye saw, they said, the person that coming out, they come from America. You're brilliant. You're not scared of death. Adam, my man.
I was enjoying.
I'll come. Yeah, I want that bureau. Right after the war, I want that bureau. But one thing I did, you can't talk. I carry my pistol with me. You want to give me for you, and I say, go for it. Yeah. So, I told my man, the last time I would talk, he said, you myself want to my house. The play white people, when you go into travel, that's it. But when I say, am I all finished? Because with me, I live in Florida, he can come and go. So my own finished, and the plan that we got, not materialized. I don't know. Outdoor wife, see myself, I just see you. Because when you move here, then I moved to Labrador. I've been in Labrador 15 years. I just came back last month. So when I saw the internet, I started to come here. Your entered message of what? Your money of what? I will go see. The bit Alison. Yeah. So I will look for you. Yeah. I won't home. I stay there. I decided to come back. I found it. I want to. When Adam myself went to in Sudan, then I got called. He said, your friend Victor. Victor said, I'm going to that place. So I said, stupid will kill you. I will drop it. So yeah, I said, you know that. We brought Victor to America. Thank you. Thank you, DJ.
opportunity to speak, just make it brief, so that we'll go to the next question. At this time, we'll call upon the Kwlayou family, the family of Arthur's wife, Kwlayou family.
We are so sorry when you were in tears, when you were burning with fire. What did happen? Because of the violence. So, Mama, I'm here tonight to tell you to keep courage. It's God way. You will see that my husband loved his children and he loved us. Well, let me tell you, after Quaye crossed you and your children the Red Sea. You know why he was crossing the Red Sea? Some people want to leave their children behind. 2 years, 1. But those children, they are in college today. So you have crossed the Red Sea already before he left. So I just want to thank God. The thing that brought tears to me, my sister came, she called me. Sister Cecilia called Mr. Quaye and said thank you. You have been trying for me to thank you and look up on me and I told you. How many days, how many weeks that he spent with this man, with this lady when he left? That what brought tears to me. And again, the Philadelphia family, the mothers, the father, brothers and sisters that were there for my daughter. I just want to say thank you. Because when you really in that heat, you want to see your parents. But at that time, there was no parents for her. And you were the parents at that time. So I just want to say thank you to you all. Faith, you know back home, when something happened in that, and the family can come around and do something. But at that time, we not come. But now, your sister, your brothers, the boy children, your mothers that are behind me, we say we bring you $1,000.
Ferry,
I know they can't understand. You interpret?
Yeah.
Thank you. More you got there.
Standing before you.
More claim there.
That you follow.
I'm a Luther Quaye.
My husband's name is Luther Quaye.
Oh, I thought you there, ba. So, Echo Joy, you know, one, Feriade, oh man, they you on the I don't know.
Ferdinand and myself, we are sisters. She's my older sister.
Kola Mozaye dog, Bokwa, you're Ferry.
So when we went to Africa, I saw Ferry.
Ferry no Kale Kubiko no that.
When you see Ferry, the house she was looking in at the work.
Oh no, strength power, you know, you will.
She was strength our person.
Or do on a Zuji,
She would go to school.
so, Oja Ise, yeah, die, you are fire. And it's jealous. Yeah. So, you know, you are get tired. Yeah, go loot up, go near the house.
So, my husband came to me and said, I'd like your little sister to marry my younger brother.
So, you must take the plane there, you are the unclear.
So I was there and the family was so nice. So I took my younger sister and brought her.
Yes, so they were there because no, they do apply your going to say. But all peace can die, no, the upper way will they could play ya, could play, who play you the drum. Play no, Luther Quaye, play Paul, who play Luther now, they go play. Oh, Kwlayou Quaye, yes, if I $4 me from you go on Luther Quaye. You money I got there, you're not telling your fellow, can't up with you, I did it. Now, more bro, not telling you, fair play, I did it. I think you can tell me wasters. I used to call leave before we eat. Me and Luther who came from a long way. Better go than here, you know that we're living to contact. Better know me and Luther. Where we go, he knows. They not all the Dayo family. They're not stranger. My little sister, my son Aaron was 2 months when Luther passed because the men were money men. When we were in Morocco, we were having money. But when we were breaker, the money, everything, wholesale, everything gone. The man was stranded. He was worried. One day, Luther said, somebody in Jiglo said, go call my brother after. I worried too much. I won't go to the hospital. When somebody came from Jiglo, they said, Luther, I thought say Monday before you say Monday. You say, okay. Now what he say? The post say, yeah, when Luther lay by, he gone, he died. He don't say. And I don't take care of these children. You looking at? I know. Take care of them. In that camp, I go in the bush and go stay and bake my kitchen and start cooking cold bowl. Suffering in an exile. Time for interview and they say, oh, PE time. When I explain my case, straight the people job. They just bring immigration, just bring paper for me to sign for all my children. I came to America. I let them speak Konabo. I grew up in Morocco, but I always speaking Konabo. I get more people. And you can't understand my dingo when they say act busy. You can understand them. So if I don't go to school, but I grew up in Morocco, I can try and speak what I know. That are your family? Cool. Me and Luther with friendly will not make confession today. You know the family, when you and me friendly, you can make flower, they make a bill, and the family not like you. It's just two ways. As long as you and man getting along, then they say you're making medicine. You eat wish, you eating that brother money. But when man beating you every day for friction in a home, then they find that they're behind you. That good woman you want it, you don't get a woman, then they like you. But as soon as you and the man getting along, then you waste for you mean woman, you dead, you die, there's God's thing to say about you. So for me, my sister, the way I take care of patient, winner, and ever, that how you take care of time, Kana, and Sia. Be strong. I think my daughter go to school and get master. Ever in the army, winner than nurse. I get my business. Like my hand. Since I've been in America from 2004, I've been working. I'm making my business to support my children. So, that your family, I hold you for, I beg you, for you as small girl. I see my own. The time we used to go to kindergarten in Ziata, did your bro say, I see my own, but Feli, a small girl, that not at all today. You play here. You see our brother that settled down here when I was living, Feli, every day I will cook for them men. The time we were in Ezra, the men used to send our money. May in the next 12 o'clock, then we learn out with our peace car, we go in Jiglo, we go our brother. And when you call our brother, compare to send you money. They better brother that sending down and better ready to send a sister money. They boy I can send $200, $400, $700. They support all the time we're in exile. Thank you, I won't borrow you there. When you go back home, they will tell you in the early day, you are a good man. And then you have you costing people when our brother costs you small, they cost nothing. You don't let this advantage when you do anything around the man, he will tell you straight up. So I'm not kind to stay here, my people. So that let's take care of the children. Go closer to them. Yesterday when Veta gave you money, you are looking. I said, oh, money. When you not get it, when Canada need money, go to them. Say, ready go. My children need money today. Can't give me something. They don't pay their school fee. Because my children in college, they need money. I thought that today when you get small money in a bank, they're not the money they say because I thought you insurance money so that I am support the children. No. They need to be there for them. Luther died, after that, everybody died, two are all here with children. They need to support all and help the children so the children will grow up. I tell you all, your family, you need to come together and support the children. I'll hold your phone. I all have to say, God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, the Daniel family. At this time, we are going to where did he come from? For your education, your money, your prestige, where do you come from? So at this time, we are going to call upon adults, mothers, people. Who they observe we all are sitting down here. We come from somewhere. Adults, mothers, people. Ato Kwlayou. Ba Tani matawo nyoa. Eyi tawo manabala. Ye yiba yuye ode awo yiba. Dele nyina wa bo ato yo mo yo mo kaka ato wo to awa da de wo mo yo. Fair. Ato yo le. Azuo wen. Isso é bom mal. Da feira de Conti. E embora não é eu before more you. Every time o cotia would you know. I don't akulo that all bomb ye. You know, I will bomb what at all, Luto. Wa kulo dadu ele atwa na kana India yana ye ba ploni yempel como atwa berda yempel dan pel go no litle on vive nyo kwa kwa ja ça de yo pel na nyo so mo oh you bri omo so go anytime any that ya da or you are not blowing. I want to say something today. Kwlayou Quaye, mother, that my big sister. Myself grew up together in Bomie. Whatever one called Bomie mean, he know Kwlayou in Bomie. Kwlayou went to school in Bomie. So Kwlayou mother from 12. Ye was ato family akogi ka ato se yo bria akraba de daru amuna ye akogi you mother kuri yo amu akogi ye was ya kwa azu I thought that I'm a poor was Zago and Die was woke. Deba de Dado, I'm on your Brina. I want you are on the UA. I'm also Apple. Any day after your year about that, Abanona, no man, that honor that calling the Montier. Yeah, you and your way. I have been going very old war on what I'm doing. Then you will be here, won't do 100 hours. I'm on you. I tell you, I thought they were you back. You're my child, you know, you who's the devil? Give me a card that I want. You do some more. I go my glare. I want your dinner.
It's empty towel. No empty towel in the room. Alessa will call upon Mr. Joe Wilson, a friend of the late Kwlayou Quaye, who came from all the way to New York.
Everybody's talking about Bomie Hills. Let me tell you a real story about Bomie Hills. I knew Kwlayou Quaye from maybe age 5 or 6. We grew up in Bomie Hills together. His family sent him to live with an uncle in Bomie Hills. My people sent me to live with my uncle in Bomie Hills. And when the both of us got there, our uncle sent us to go to school. We couldn't speak English, both of us. So they put us in ABC. You had to go ABC, SOSO, River 1, first grade, and so. We were in the ABC trying to study together. And when the take came, I said, A, B, C, D, I got to L. I said, L. So I don't look at me a long time. He couldn't speak. He said, I punched him. I said, Ella? He said, no. We started fighting in the class. The teacher came and said, what happened? I explained to the teacher about couldn't speak, so I spoke normal. Then after explaining his own ground. Then the teacher looked at his two numbers. We call one another number over 50 years. Nobody knows where the number name came from. They were it came from. When they call him number, when the man said, look at these two numbers, the next day I saw after, I said, hi number. He's thinking my name number. I'm thinking his name is number too. We were calling one another number until most people didn't know with me. We said number. That's how we started in Bombing Hills. Until we move up from, actually in the ABC. And we were going to school, to tell you the truth. We went from ABC, we didn't go SS, so they put both of us in Prima 1. We went to 3rd grade, then we went to 5th grade together. After that, then he went to Charlottetown, I went to CH Dewitt. Until our friendship continued, we moved to Monrovia together. I came here January 1980. After I came the following year to live with his cousin, Albert. They used to live 525 Bergen Avenue in Jersey City. That's 1981, I still remember. We used to work, do odd job. After I used to work at KFC, I used to work at McDonald's. And after a while, after I said, look, we have to do something to improve ourselves. He did well, he got his document before me. In those days, when you came, unlike people come on refugee, they have everything. You didn't have those things. It took some about 4 years just to get Social Security card. So when you think you work in somebody's name, the check come in the person's name, they cash the check. The good one might give you half of the check, the bad one, they just take it. If you don't want it, then they say you can't work in my name. So after I said he was tired with it, he said we have to do something. He got his paper, and here comes the fund. And he told me, he said you have to try and get your papers. Your document, working documents. He said things won't be the same. So he used to press me. I said, oh man, leave me alone. He kept pushing, very persistent. So I said, okay, I'll find a way to tell this guy will leave me alone. I said, if you want me to do my paper somewhere, pay for it. Believe it or not, he did. $500 cost. Giving our paper the next day I called after. This 1984 we're talking about now. I called him, he said, where are you? I said, I'm at Howard University. He said, doing what there? I said, in school. He said, I thought you didn't want to do your paper. I told you this. So each time I thought, he said, look at this, Sanama. So I called him another time, I said, I'm at Stony Brook. So what are you doing at Stony Brook? So I'm doing my master. He said, look at this, Sanama. So everything was at my time. Another time I called Nampai up. I said, I'm in London. He said, he didn't want to do his paper in all the places. Everywhere was Sanama. In either case, to tell you the truth, he was a very, very, very true friend. And I knew him, like I said, when age 6, 7 when I met Arthur. So a very close friend until here. He also encouraged me to do a great job with the city of New York. I worked with the Housing Authority. He was working with Department of Probation. Every morning after I went to work, he would call me, we would talk things way back. And people used to laugh. When Arthur got sick and he went to do his rehab, I went to visit him. The man, I was joking so much. There was something that was supposed to, the lady passed. He missed Arthur's room because we were joking. She expected Arthur to be sitting there. He said, but that can't be the man that brought. Because of all the jokes and things we used to do from Bombing Hills and things. He helps a lot of people, and I'm a testimony to that. If it had not been for him to be working with the city of New York 25 years to get master's degree, I don't think I would have done that without him. But he was very, very persistent, very good friend. Very, very good friend. So just want to say to the madam, I will always be there for you. So if anything, I've said that you are welcome to call anytime. I know you don't know me. I know every one of you. I don't know, you the older daughter, right? You? I told Corbin one day, he said, I did something last while, he said, chase one guy. I said, well, you go get in the accident. So no, I just scared it. I foolish my chest. I'm sorry, I don't want to break up, but that's how close we were every day, every morning after I go somewhere, he called, we talk, we laugh and stuff. Even you, when you were in school you went upstate, and in the college and thing, every day we think that's how close we were. We were friends from 6 years old. After I was born April, I was born December 25th, so he's just about 6, 7 months older than I am. That's how far we go back. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have here full of thanks for our brother from all the way Arizona, Dennis Boa. Dennis here.
Thank the family again. And all my brothers and sisters from the district and from other organizations, we are proud. You know, the pride it stems from the man who founded the district, became one of the presidents. So, I just want to give also a quick announcement. Kwlayou Statutory District, Corona has slowed down, so we decided to have a convention in Iowa. It's going to be October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. We are open, we welcome every one of you as we continue to carry on the legacy of Honorable Quaye. We don't want it to die. We suffer for it, we put time in it, and as we end this life, we want to make sure it will keep going. So again, we want to thank you. Sincerely, I want to really say thank you so much for your family. Thank you for your kids. And I really admire your strength, you know, together to the rest of the family. And we want to say, take heart. You know, we can't feel exactly what you feel, but we can just imagine what you should feel like. So thank you again, and thank you MC for everything, and may the God be with every one of us, and thank you for attending this program. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Boa. I saw brother Victor Boro, full of things. Victor and Boro.
Just full of thanks? How many full of thanks am I supposed to get?
All right, so I'm supposed to do two things. I want to start with the first thing. Patience. Patience. Miss Patience.
Patience Quaye.
Patience Quaye.
Patience Quaye.
Yeah.
All right, so we want to take this opportunity to do something a little different. You graduated not too long ago. On the family line, we contributed some things to help you celebrate your graduation as a master's degree holder. Give her a hand. It's not much. It's not much, but just to appreciate you, encourage you, and promote you. We, the Dayo family, contributed the amount of $300 for your pencils. And we want to encourage you to continue, don't stop. Go all the way to LSD and obtain that doctorate degree for the Dayo family. Congratulations. My second task is to thank our guests and everyone who have taken out the time to come here. But I want to say something first. Earlier, the Honorable Yubote, President of the Graduate Association, declared that our wife has the right to go ahead and get married. We reject that. Unequivocally, the Dayo family reject that. Philippe, you're not going anywhere. You want to stay right here with us and raise our children. We're far from tradition. I understand that. Back home, even though I didn't grow up in my own town, but I know our tradition states that the wife can choose someone with any family. And tonight, believe it or not, we already had a proposal. Am I wrong? Does anybody remember Ella Bolo? Ella Bolo already made a proposal. Instead of Felices, sister? How about Felix herself? I'm just talking.
What's back? Stay in the family. They already giving you the message anyway, so just take advantage of it.
Thank you, James. You can't just give away our wife like that. What's wrong with you? All right, so ladies and gentlemen, the Quaye family, the Dayo family, I want to thank you all for coming here tonight. When Arthur died a year ago, I knew one thing was for sure. Had it not been for coronavirus, Arthur's funeral would have been the state sanctuary funeral. Because Arthur, like him or not, is one thing to one person and another thing to another person. But one thing is for sure, Arthur is always there. No matter what happened, no matter where it happened, no matter what tribe, what clan, what dialectical group, Arthur is always there. And that's the consistency he showed his whole life. So when he died, I knew that we were going to have a state funeral state funeral services. Unfortunately, Corona stepped in and we didn't do it. But even now, I knew that people were going to come from all over the place to celebrate his life. Tonight was not for mourning, was not for crying. Tonight was meant to celebrate the life of our brother for all he's done on this earth. And someone said it earlier, we're all strangers. We come in, we journey through this life, and then we move on. And Arthur did his best. He was not perfect, but he did his best. I can't sit down. If I don't say this, I will not feel good. Arthur discovered me twice in my lifetime. And each time, it changed my life. The first time Arthur found me, I was a little kid with my mother, way back in Kunabo, Duet Town. Was not going to school. I was farming with my mom. One evening we came to town, and the whole town was buzzing. Oh, Victor Brothers here. Now, up to that time, I've never met any Dayo person. I don't know any Dayo person. My mom raised me from her side of the family. So when my brother came to town looking for me, it was a big thing, the whole town. By the time I got to the outskirts of the town with my mom, a couple of my friends were there. Oh, there you go, go bongo. Now, who? So we got to town, and Arthur was sitting with my stepfather behind our house. And my mother recognized him right away. But I didn't know him. I didn't know. Then I know that. She embraced him, they talked, and he said one thing very clearly: I came to get my brother. Now, you have to remember, I'm a mama's boy. I was not going to leave my mother for anything. I rejected it. I said, I'm not going. Probably said, I'm taking you. And he literally dragged me from Red Town to Zia Town to Zedru and to Morovia in 1981. That's how I started school. Come 1990, war broke out. Arthur left me in Luther's house and came to America 1 year after he took me there. Front Street, Mantishi building. We stopped talking, we lost contact. 10 years later, in 1990, during the height of the war, I was in the military. I was one of those people with my brother here who were stuck at BTC. We were volunteer army men. I was a captain who was the WO. We give ourselves all kinds of ranks. And in the middle of that war, Sam Dolly and Arthur came to Monrovia under duress, under the threat of violence. And that was the second time he found me. When he came, he brought a letter from our border. And in that letter, there was $1,150 with instructions for me to go to Freetown and meet the Honorable D.F. Coleman, who is going to help me come to America. It was like a fairy dream. I couldn't believe it. But I got on the boat and I went to Freetown, and it took me a whole year in Freetown to come to America. So Arthur is my father because he saved me twice. And each time it changed my life. So unfortunately, when you come to this country, things get in the way. Family, school, work, lose contact. People go their separate ways. We were inseparable. And then we grew apart, and everybody did their own thing. Even when he got sick, I knew about it much later. And then I went to Jersey to visit him in the hospital. We cried. I said, why didn't you tell me? He said, Victor, I did not want to worry you. You got too much going on in your life. Augustine and I went to visit him. And from that time, I kept in touch. Anyway, those are my personal anecdotal stories. I just wanted to bring it out because I would not feel right if I walked out of here tonight and not say it. So let me get to my duty. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you for traveling distances to get here tonight. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules. You could have been somewhere else tonight. You could have been home with your families, at work, doing your things, but you chose to be here tonight. And that tells us that Arthur, in a little way, in your own experiences with him, meant something to you, as he did to us. And we, the family, appreciate your presence. And again, welcome you. And I know you'll keep us in our prayer, especially his widow and his children. Because when all of this is said and done, they're the ones that will live every day missing their father and their husband. So we'll keep them in our prayer, and we'll say we are here to support you in any way we can. But in reality, they're going to bear the brunt of his not being there. In any way, thank you. We appreciate you. Please be safe as you go home tonight. Tomorrow will be another day. Augustine will talk more about that. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Brother Bruno. By way of announcements, please listen. Tomorrow, starting from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., we are going to have a cookout at James Fennekin Playground. It's on 69th Street. The 69th Street is not the one that in Upper Darby. The 69th Street is the one that on Elmo Avenue and Waterside Market. That street that you see pass in front of Waterside Market by the gas station, going all the way down, is 69th Street. It's in Philadelphia. At the end, it's a dead end. They got a playground on this side and a big football field on the other side. So don't go to 69th Street tomorrow. Those of you that know Sister Mariah, their house, you can walk from there and go to the park, like around there. If you go to the new DMV office, you stand there in front of the other tree, you'll see a fence in front of the place there. It's right in our fence that we are going tomorrow morning. The address here is wrong. It should be 2798 69th Street. So the address is printed on the program she is from?
South 69. South 69. South 69.
Okay. All right. So the next thing is we are going to wear T-shirts. The T-shirts are in my car. We have black, pink, and white. It's $10. You can make $10 to pick your size. Tomorrow when you are coming to the park, you wear your T-shirt. I think that's about it. Okay. Okay, so at this time, we'll go to closing song. Closing song is at the back of your. Yeah. Just in the first song. Okay. Yeah, the first song. Closing song when we walk with Jesus. When we walk with the Lord. That's just in the first stanza. Then we ask the pastor to give us the benediction. Can we rise? In the light of this world, while the glory shines on our way, while we do this good will, He abide with us still, and with those who will trust and obey, trust and obey, for there is no Pastor Joa already left, so we'll call upon Pastor Sandy. Pastor Sandy, please.
Amen.
Yeah, let us see that. Take a seat.
Take a seat. Take a seat. We don't want to pray in rush. Amen. And just take a seat. In Jesus' name. Amen. Tonight, man, my first time coming in this gathering, and I heard a lot of things about this outdoor tonight, and it is pretty much hard to listen to all those good things about somebody. And I believe He impacted every one of us here. Just from hearing it, I know there's so much He has done in the community. And I really thank God for that, and I appreciate His family, His wife and His children. Don't take courage, and let the strength of God be upon you. And your husband has done well. He has played his part. And I believe it was time for God to call him. And the good God I call him will be the same good God who take care of his people. In Jesus' name, let us pray. So, Father, again, in the name of Jesus, we thank you and we bless you. We are coming here because, Lord, you have called one of your sons home. We thank you and we bless you because He said, in all things, we should give you thanks. We know you to be the God of courage and the God of comfort. For the word declared in Matthew 5:4, he said, blessed are those that mourn, for they shall be comforted. We'll pray for your comfort upon this family. We'll pray for your strength upon this family. We'll pray for your guidance upon this family. We declare, oh God, even as they are come today to mourn their husband, their father, their brother, their nephew, their friend, their uncle, let your grace go with them in the name of Jesus. We pray today, oh God, as a family, that Lord, the rest of the family that are here today, whatever that brother Arthur, Mr. Arthur, God, question after, this group that he put together, this organization, Lord, we pray that your presence, your strength, and your wisdom will be upon the organization. We declare that this organization will not die but live. We declare that God will raise us somebody that will take the organization from level to level. Even as you did when Moses died, you rose up to Joshua. We pray today that someone will be raised up upon this family to carry on this organization. We thank you for the rest of the family. As they leave from here, Lord, this should be the end. But your presence should be upon them, guiding, sustaining, upholding, defending in every way. We thank you and we bless you. In Jesus' mighty name.
Okay, quick, the easier way to get out of here, we are going right now. The easier way is to get on the road